What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of my hip hop review. I know it's been I know I was actually supposed to do one a couple of days ago, but I've been busy as hell lately and shit like that. So I'm gonna do one today. I'm possibly gonna do one tomorrow and stuff like that. So bear with me at the moment, but the album I'm about to do today is an album that I just checked out, an album that I just revisited a couple of days ago. It's Boogie Down Product. I don't know if y'all can this. Yeah. Boogie Down Productions, Sex and Violence, released in 1992 on Jive under BMG Records. Um, this is believe it or not, this is actually the final studio album. I mentioned Boogie Down Productions where there are KRS-Ones, KRS-Ones. The group KRS-One was in. He basically ran the group, if you ask me. Yeah, so yeah, he basically ran the group, if you ask me. Like, cause it was like around the time, actually around the time that KRS-One actually in my KRS-One review I mentioned who they were. So if you want to know who they really are, just check out my KRS-One Return to Boom Bap review. But other than that, around the time this album was released, KRS-One was getting to a lot of flack around this time. I mean, he just dropped the Edutainment album in 1990, which a lot of people have considered that album to be Boogie Down Productions' magnum opus. And so around this time, he got into beats with the X Clan, Poor Righteous Teachers, and like I believe he said some shit about Ice Cube. I mean, Ice Cube said some shit about him. I'm gonna get into all that later on. So yeah, and so fast forward to 1991. I believe 1991. He actually PM Dawn actually said something in an interview. I think it was Source Magazine or some shit like that about KRS-One. And KRS-One and Boogie Down Productions, they bum rushed their show and threw releasing a PM Dawn like over the crowd and shit like that. You guys might have heard that story before. That was that was a moment when that was where all this shit happened. Cause like in my opinion, he was letting people know that yeah, like this KRS-One, it's like we represent the real hip hop and shit like that. And so yeah, and like also around this time, like this was actually the final studio album, and from what I looked up about this album, KRS-One, he actually says some in the liner notes of this album. I don't really know if he says something like BDP is what is that? What is that? BDP in '92 is KRS-One, Willie D, and Kenny Parker. It's not D Nice, Jamalski, Harmony, Miss Melody, and Scotty Morris. They're not done with BDP, so stop fronting. And so I think like that actually was kind of they a lot of like people actually took heart to that. So that's why Boogie Down Production actually broke up. So yeah. Singles albums known for are 13 and Good, Duck Down, and We in There. Producers include KRS-One. KRS-One does not get the credit he deserves when it comes to production. I just really noticed that. Pal Joey, Prince Paul, he was still in De La Soul around this time. DJ Kenny Parker, his KRS-One's brother, another underrated producer if you ask me, and D Square. Alright? And features in this album include Freddie Fox, um, Freddie Fox or Bumpy Knuckles, as I should say. Like, he goes by either Freddie Fox or Bumpy Knuckles. It depends on which song. Kid Capri, Kimmy Parker, Willie D. Not the Willie D from Get the Ghetto Boys. I think it was another affiliate of Boogie Down though. And the Willie D, I actually thought it was actually the Willie D from the Ghetto Boys too. Cause it's been a while since I heard this. I just heard this album about 3 days ago, and I just love. I said I gotta review this album. Fuck it. Heather B, and that's it. There's 15 tracks on this album, and let's get started. Track number one is the original way. Um, Pretty dope song. That song actually features Freddie Fox and Kid Capri. Um, it kind of like starts off with like them. I think the DJ kind of making fun of like the music industry at the time and shit like that. Yeah, it just goes into like this whole kind of like reggae kind of instrumental, like pretty dope song. Nice way to start the album. Track number two, Duck Down, classic song in my opinion. I mean that beat, whew, like Pal Joe, he did his thing on that beat. Like I love the video to the song when like it starts off with Boogie Down Productions like running, and then you see like them like for this graffiti and shit like that. And I looked up, and believe it or not, Buckshot he named Duck Down Records after this song too. So yeah. Track number three, Drug Dealer. Um, that was actually a pretty interesting song too. It's a KRS-One solo track. It talks about how KRS-One is criticizing drug dealers because they're they should use their money like they get from selling drugs to build like to give back to black community and shit like that. So that's a very like profound song right there. That's actually an original song from like 1992 and shit like that. And Prince Paul he actually produced that song. And when I was looking up this album, I don't know if it's really true or not, but I was looking at this album and I think Prince Paul said he was a little disappointed with the mixing of this album and the way he mixed some of the beats out of the album. Though I don't know if it's really true or not, cause Cat sometimes just be sprinkling like fairy tales about certain albums, and I don't even know if it's all the way true. So other than that, Drug Dealer, dope song. Track number five, Like a Throttle. Um, yeah, this is one of the classics. This is one of the main reasons why KRS-One is one of the best MCs of all time. Like he uses like a lot of style. Like he just goes on and on and on and on. Like one minute he's like fast rapping. Next minute he has like this like dance hall kind of style though. And that's another thing about excuse me, that's another thing about KRS-One. I think like him and Just Ice were like one of one of the first MCs to incorporate Jamaican rhythms like in their songs though. And not a lot of people give credit to KRS-One because of that. And like cause like a lot of people say like Heavy D and Notorious B.I.G. both rest in peace. Although I love those MCs, like I gotta go back and listen and appreciate KRS-One for that. Track number five, Build and Destroy, Kenny Parker and Willie D. Um, very interesting song right there. He this is a song where he went after like X Clan and the Poor Righteous Teachers. Let me give you a little insight, beef on that. 19, I think like X Clan, they X Clan and Poor Righteous Teachers, they criticize um like I think like I read that they really criticize Curious One. I called him a sellout. I think due to the PM Dawn incident, and shit like that. And they said that he can't really be like a pro-black because of all the shit that he does and stuff like that. And so I think they went after him. Excellent went after him first with I gotta look up the song though. I know I gotta cheat a little bit. I forgot the name of the song. I think it was off their the Exodus album for X Clan. Yeah, it was off that album that he went after KRS-One, and X Clan is a very underrated. For those of you who don't know who the X Clan are, they were like a hip hop group back in the '90s, funded by the late great Professor X, rest in peace. And if you're a fan of, like the pro-black, the Afrocentric hip hop, like shit you would hear like in Fear for Black Planet, Queen Latifah, Public Enemy's Fear for Black Planet, Queen Latifah's All Hail the Queen. Check out X Clan's first album, To the East Backwards. Classic, classic album. I don't know why that album does not get enough praise. Other than that, like, and then Poor Righteous Teachers. Um, I believe poor. I'm not really a huge fan of Poor Righteous Teachers like that. And so they also talked about KRS-One too. So yeah, he went up to them in that song and shit like that. And also in this song, he talks about like Black Power. He talks about how he criticized Colin Powell because although Colin Powell said he's pro-black, he he would like attack Libya, which is a country in Africa, of course. And he talks about Clarence Thomas too. Because Clarence Thomas, everyone knows who Clarence Thomas is. So, I'm not really gonna get into the whole story. Next song is track number 6, Rough Rough, featuring Freddie Fox. Freddie Fox damn near stole the show on that song. That could like it was just him and KRS-One going at it and shit like that, like going back and forth, back and forth. I mess when most MC does that, you know what I'm saying? Like I love it when MC like go back and forth, with their styles and shit like that, and they never really do shit like that no more. It's kind of sad, but hey. Next track is 13 and Good featuring Heather B. Um, this is one of my favorite songs of this whole album. It's like a storytelling song. Like Carol's one, he's in this club and he meets this girl, and this girl is like this girl is cute and everything like that. So he takes her back home. They have a one night stand. After that one night stand, she tells him that she's actually 13, and like he's like, oh shit, that's he wanted to like she was saying all shit like I want to be with you forever and shit like that, and he didn't want to go to jail for statutory rape, and so his dad's the police officer and shit like that. It's like a really crazy ass story, and it's kind of relevant in today's society because of the fact that a lot of girls will lie about the age. A lot of girls will lie about the age like that, and they'll might get the dudes in trouble. So yeah, pretty good song right there. I love the video to that song too. Track number 8, Poisonous Products. I think like he was talking about like I believe he was talking about the war in that song. So track number 9, Questions and Answers featuring Willie D. Yeah, this is a very interesting song because KRS-One is actually interviewing himself though, and a lot of people actually do like this is like one like the most original ideas for a song because you don't really hear like a lot of MCs like interview themselves. Excuse me. Yeah, and so that's why that's like one of the most original. Like he took that concept, he like made it into his own. So yeah. Track number 10, Say Gals from Kenny Parker. With character and Kenny Parker. Um, Basically he's just getting that woman who dressed seductive and shit like that. It's like a more dancehall kind of song. Track number 11, We in There. Very interesting song right there because it's like him. Um, he actually went after like Ice Cube. That's what the PM done with this one. Like he threw some shots at them, and he went after Ice Cube because in America's Most Wanted album, Ice Cube had this song called what's the song called? Rolling with the Lynch Mob, and one line says stop the violence, don't pay the fucking rent. And so KRS-One, like he just went after her, like he basically said that he said that like yeah, I, I forgot what the line was called. Oh damn. Yeah, if you hear this, like, you'll know it's like one of the first few bars that he said that shit at. Um, the video remix version is dope as hell too, cause in that also when that verse in the video remix version, he accused Das Effects of stealing like MC style. Cause Das Effects, they were known for that iggity itty itty, that fast type of rapping like shit like that, and a lot of MCs were influenced by that shit, and it's kind of like when Bone Thugs and Harmony came out, that more fast-paced melodic kind of rapping. Like before that was Das Effects, the '80s style. You know what I'm saying? And Das Effects and KRS-One squashed the beef because they were on his second solo album. Next one is Sex and Violence. Um, yeah, self-explanatory. He's talking about how the media overdoes it with the sex and violence in the songs. Um, how not to get jerks. Another self-explanatory song. He's talking about how you don't get played by the music industry and shit like that. Mm, excuse me. Track number 14, Who Are the Pimps? My favorite song of this whole, excuse me, my favorite song of this whole album, and reason why I say this because he's talking about like he's not talking always talking about like the pimps, with the flashy ass clothes. He's talking about like how not to get who are the pimps. Like he's talking about like the government in general, how they're always pimping us and all that. You know what I'm saying? And the last track is The Real Holy Place, and it's just like a religious song. And that's all the songs on the album. Other than that, this is probably one of my favorite Boogie Down production albums. I cannot pick a favorite album because all this stuff has been dope. Everything from Criminal Minded, By All Means Necessary, Ghetto Music, Blueprint of Hip Hop on Edutainment, and then they dropped a banger with their final studio album and shit like that. Pretty good album. This album is like it's like the most underrated album in discography because a lot of people they they always like forget about this album. Like when they talk about classic albums from 1992 and shit like that. Very dope album. I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like KRS-One, he kind of went back to his hardcore roots and shit like that. But at the same time, he still kept it conscious though. And you can't really say that about a lot of MCs that do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is the dope album. I didn't get my hairs on this album. Um, and that's it. So stay tuned for more reviews and have a good night. Peace.